culprit as I originally thought. But this is still not helping me become a Crocs ambassador. Thanks, but warm, comforting snuggles won't change the fact. I mean, I didn't say stop. We even got our own wannabe imposter, Funky and Forky. You know what this means? We're trending! Black body break, here I come. We're standing to a little contest bar. Are you on? Yes, you are. Yes, I think we can show my blood to right now. Ain't that little work that's doing it. I'm a kid, rock, break, like that. Got it all, that's why I ain't feeling it. I get fucked up, everyone play with me. Young man, got me breaking.
Yeah?
Good news, everybody loves good news, and I get to give it, so I wanted to say it.
Can't you believe it, Marky? Me, the face of Crocs body spray. The only fragrance made with the intoxicating musk of the male Croc.
Yes! Oh, work it, you better. This is your ocean and we're just swimming in it, baby. Yes! Stop that shrimp, baby. Wait. Cool. Except, yeah, no, I can't work with that. Get him out of here.
Excuse me? Just get rid of us?
Not you. No, just him. You can stay.
Okay. I mean, I was just pretending to care about him anyway to get more followers, and that's not what I wanted, so... Yeah, I can dig it.
Buffy, I'm very disappointed. Now I have to go tell an 11-year-old girl I told you so. Don't worry. We'll get you into a new home with someone who really cares about you.
Time is money.
I think this is Marianne. Kind of watch yourself separate.
Like that drooling he demon. Do I? Do I care about Barky? Even more than I care about the intoxicating musk of the male prawn? Am I the dumpster ham? I have something dramatic to announce. If Prawn's body spray doesn't want Barky Buchanan, then Bucky Buchanan doesn't want them. I quit. And don't even think about trying to stop me. I said don't even think about trying to stop me.
I'm not. I already found 5 people to replace you. You're good.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, that's stuff. Where is it? Where's my sweet little water bucket? I'm sorry for you, Marty.
Chases to the
Yo,
hall,
you
right?
watching by?
You could have just texted.
You watch enough men tell you watch?
Brooks would be lucky to have someone like you.
Active ambassadors?
No. Someone like you. Brian, Bucky, and
Ay, no, Max, ¿por qué estás desarmando todas las partes de mi bicicleta?
Oye, hermana, yo solo
Max, ¿qué locura es esta? ¿Por qué rompiste la bicicleta de Lucía?
Ay, mamá, esta bicicleta vieja y los juguetes ya no sirven para nada. Así que pensé, ¿por qué no juntarlos y hacer un carro de calabaza increíble?
No, estás mintiendo, nunca.
Ya, win. Rewa, win. Ya, win.
With a pumpkin penetrance plan, visit pumpkin.care.
Looks like you're backing up a bit here. Then Luann? Little Luann in the house. Young homeowners love to get involved with everything. Luann going what?
Progressive can protect you from becoming new adults. We can protect you from broken bottle with us.
Luann!
What? You doing today, bye?
Explotar esta bicicleta rápido.
Ay, no, Max, ¿por qué estás desarmando todas las partes de mi bicicleta?
Oye, hermana, yo solo
Max, ¿qué locura es esta? ¿Por qué rompiste la bicicleta de Lucía?
Ay, mamá, esta bicicleta vieja y los juguetes ya no sirven para nada. Así que pensé, ¿por qué no juntarlos y hacer un carro de calabaza increíble?
No, estás mintiendo, nunca vas a poder hacer ese carro de calabaza. Max, si no lo logras, acuérdate, cuando regrese te voy a castigar.
Ay, no, yo solo estaba pensando en hacer algo bueno. Claro, amigos, esta bicicleta vieja de Lucía y los juguetes ya no sirven. Nadie los toca. Solo estaba tirando. Entonces pensé, ¿por qué no darles un buen uso y convertirlos en un carro de calabaza increíble? Sí, mamá me dijo que solo los estaba rompiendo, pero ahora están enojadas conmigo. No importa cuánto termine este carro de calabaza y saben que ustedes se van a poner muy felices. Bueno, amigos, ya casi termino este carro de calabaza. Solo falta un poco más de nada. Mientras tanto, por favor, denle like a este video y no olviden suscribirse al canal. Porque no he terminado. Sí, mamá, miren rápido. Ya terminé el carro de calabaza.
Wow, Max, no puedo creer que de verdad hayas hecho un carro de calabaza tan bonito. Sí, hermano, de verdad este carro de calabaza es increíble. Es muy divertido sentarse en él. Gracias, hermano.
Puedes montar esta bicicleta rápido.
Ay, no.
Hey son, what happened? Why aren't you bringing the bike by pushing it?
Uncle, I don't know why it's not starting. Look, Uncle, it's just not starting.
Son, maybe it's out of petrol. Wait, let me check. Son, there's only a little petrol left in it. We'll have to fill the tank.
So, Uncle, where will we get petrol? And I don't even have money.
Son, you wait here. I'll bring petrol.
New Jersey might be small, but there's a lot of wow packed into this little state. Find your wow and visit NJ.org. New Jersey, your state, lot of wow.
And now back to more Zombie, the re-animated series on Disney XD.
That was probably cooler than whatever was supposed to happen. I hope not like that. Oh, not bad, huh?
I've been like this ever since, you know.
You wanna like that? I'm trying to try to clear your mind when you're ready to be pizza? Oh. What? That's not the way I feel your person. Did you get the damn feeling ever straight? Chin. No. Smart. Yeah.
Smart and amazing. I get it.
Wanna talk about it?
Come on, think about it. Or they could just run away from all these terrible feelings and make them here.
One don't let it different things. You fight toward them. Problem, pray, of course. Actually, you really need to look at them this way. And with you every day, I'm full of jealousy.
Okay. Well, what am I supposed to do then?
Well, you gotta find some way to face your feelings. It'll be way worse if you don't. Yeah, you can't just dig a big hole and bury all your emotions in it. Believe me, I'm trying.
Say that again, but without the you can't part.
Just dig a big hole and bury all your emotions in it? Believe me, I've tried.
Great idea, Winter. Thank you.
Happy to help.
Warning, you are entering the historic site of the radioactive soda factory. Side effects may include, honestly, anything really. That looks like perfect holding of mud. Mud. Totally feel better.
Good afternoon, Wyatt. You look 62.7% less miserable than usual. Glad to see the details back up. Everyone, please get out your books. It's time for today's lesson, the horrors of the human condition. Now, looking to find the phrase, shuffle off this mortal coil. That is correct.
Yeah, that's What are you?
Oh, I'm not a what? I'm a who.
Okay. Who are you? And how are you even alive?
Yeah, I don't know, but I thought reviewing myself here, so you tell me.
My moonstone must have transferred my sad energy to these things that I'm really sad about. And then that energy, mixed with the radioactive soda in this mud, must have brought you to life.
So wait, that means Wyatt Lankinson.
Yeah?
I'm your personal honey bunny. Sorry about you and Eliza, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Wait. You know Eliza?
Of course. Since it was your emotional smorgasbord that brought me to life, I know everything you know. In fact, I feed on the emotions you buried in the ground.
It's pretty weird.
Weird? Why, it's the perfect arrangement. You get to dump all of your sadness and hurt and despair, and I eat it all up for you.
Okay. Worth a shot?
Let's get started. warn you, if you don't face your feelings, it makes things worse.
I know. But the actor probably didn't like that.
Hey, don't worry, it's a show of imagination.
Daniel, just turn. I'm on the phone, buddy. I'm on the phone. Hey, Mama. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Sex, you're not.
Can one of you help me prep my debate in class tomorrow, please? Liz, what about you?
Good to see ya. Hi, Isaac. Hi, Lila. Thanks, I'm not leaving. You're not my thing. I'm gonna get that way.
Babe, so can you help?
Addison would help, but she's too busy waving all the time to everyone. Just admit you're wrong. I would if I were, but I'm not. I won't. Oh, whatever. Ugh. What do you have against raving? Well, everyone wants to happen.
I'm going to team McPhee.
As a cheerleader, it is my duty to spread positivity in every way that I can. Hi, Coach. Seriously, you just waved to him. And if I see him again, I'll wave to him again. Because waving is important. No, it's cute.
Well, I get it. You two can't help me because you have a debate against each other tomorrow.
We don't have a debate tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not even
You don't
in
put
that
me in
class.
yourself?
Stay out, please.
What are you so bent out of shape about? It's just a class debate.
I'm going against
So we're going
Bree.
to finish up my job. The other car. Don't finish up though. I'm done watching them in it. Me soak up this thing, so.
You, but I
I get the black coffee. So. Black coffee there. You are soaking up with my.
You're allowing me home.
a little busy here.
You don't understand. I have a debate tomorrow against
Oh.
Bree.
Oh, debate Bree? She's gonna eat you alive.
Any more capital if you did know?
Looking forward to a spirited exchange of perspectives
I'm
tomorrow.
done fine. Yes, I'm ready. You walking through this. You might just take out them two cards.
Have a great day!
I can smooth talk my way to victory in a debate against anyone. Monkey, Principal D, even the block. These words to back up her arguments, is that even allowed?
I do have an idea that I phone.
Wait, what?
Debate podcast. It's an AI that'll prepare you for tomorrow by imitating Bree's debate style.
Ooh, gimme.
K1, Tiger 1 is box.
Completely offline while using the app.
Why?
I don't know. It's having a super
You're gonna let
intelligent
two bodies. This car will come back one, and the car come back, but two car come back at the same
Our
time.
entire society seems, well, terrible.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey.
Too much power possibly makes big computer bad.
Ah, okay, got it. Now, as I was saying, gimme, thank you.
Ooh, I hope he's responsible enough to handle something so potentially dangerous. Well, back to tinkering with the evil clone deception, right? Not doing it. Not my thing.
Okay, debate bot. Here are the topics I'm supposed to prepare for. Which food item provides greater value to society? Birthday cake or nachos? Thankfully, I was assigned the Pro Nacho side. Best food in the world. Available.
Argument in favor of birthday cake initiating. They offer a superior platform for creative expression through decoration. They bring joy in leftover form, while nachos become soggy and inedible. Further, birthday cakes offer one free wish. Nachos offer no wishes at any price point.
Okay, that was slightly convincing.
92 more arguments in favor of birthday cake detected. Unless you yield.
No more arguments, please, let me keep my little nachos, please.
Anyway, I felt good, so... Questions your top 5 further research required. Recommend access to...
Daniel, one bite.
You got it.
We need to say that don't cry for we want. You can't get nothing like that. You just get licks.
Internet access initiated.
Yes.
99.9% chance of getting completely wrecked by Bree at the debate. Who are we kidding?
Don't cry, you're not gonna get licked.
Very good point. Eliza Berry gets...
There you are! You have to settle this for us then. Yeah, well, so are we. We just need your opinion. Is breathing to people an exercise in futility in a world filled with bad things? Or is it a small beacon of positivity that can ripple out and become a force of good?
I can't think about this right now. Wait. Arguing in favor of a good world initiated. Listen, the world isn't a place because it's filled with...
Sit up. Wake up there. Raise your cup.
Treat your friends like they're part of her pack. My girlfriend Addison waves hello to every single person she sees because it might bring a little joy to someone's day. I dress like it.
What's happening here?
Is for you, Willa, to wave to someone you would have.
Oh, I don't think that.
You offer my help, that's what I think.
Right. Really fun. Right. It means that much to you.
Go. Bye. I tell you. The point is today watching. Guy now watching.
So, sure, there might be some bad things in this world, but it's the people watching out for each other and uplifting one another that makes it so good. And that, my friend, that's a fact.
Your argument is...
extremely convincing!
Wow. Perhaps the world is good after all. What? I can't even believe I'm saying that right now.
Yeah! I did it! Seabrook is saved yet again! Thanks to Zed. Thank you, Zed. You're welcome.
I gotta say, that was a great speech. It's almost like we were getting started this whole thing in the first place.
Well, as long as we're not all scared, I'm happy.
Zed, Big Z, you know, you don't mind. I'd love to conduct some further research on all the good this world has to offer. Maybe even try some of that sweet, sweet birthday cake.
to children less fortunate. Save the date with a Toys for Tots cruise through holiday toy drops at John J. Burns Saturday, December 6th from 10 to 3.
And now back to Home Sausage, the re-animated series on Disney XD.
You will let this make the little bite.
Welcome, Shrimp. Dear students, I will use the best proposal to decide how money.
We need a whole series of drone statues in my likeness, featuring all the favorite coffee books.
Yeah, it's just probably spending some money on something responsible. That's the opposite.
I think the choice is superior.
Now, hold on a second, for the week.
Sit down here.
Happy little simple baby.
More than that, I can go. Come on.
Just no, money lang.
That's what I can say.
Yeah, we have surviving. Just sit there.
Yeah, you just say that. Yeah, like from me.
Going around to the stars, we can reach our dreams. We'll take a zip line, please. Well, the students have spoken, Principal Lee.
You watch me.
My show, okay? Cool. And I say, oh, we're getting a zip liner.
You saw me? Huh? You see me? Here you go, Papa. Thank you, Good afternoon.
You owe me for that time you watched the season finale of Dragons Running without me.
I told you, I should have these back on the remote and it just started playing. But I couldn't look away because of my weak neck muscle.
It's
Okay,
smart.
fine, I'll wait.
But I think my
And that's impatient sighing is a decent way to pass the time. What? It is super creepy being the only one through the place. Yeah, the name's Simone. Welcome to my staple. Why don't you come on down and say hello? You live in the staple? Listen, I gotta say that is an awesome zip line when the girlfriend put up. Right? Yeah, I'm sorry. It must be always It's going to come down. What? No, it's fine. I want the fun just to be something fun for both of us. Yeah, exactly. The sincerity is overwhelming. Listen, you wouldn't want to do the first run without her fun. What about a test run? Something like you say, test run? That way, if there's a problem, you got time to fix it. Yes, that makes sense. I mean, a first run and a test run are very different things. Gotta be sure it's all running smoothly before she gets back up this building. I think it would be difficult to read. It would be dangerous not to. Did you like hot foot egg? Yes, I was one of the news on you. Come on. See? Now aren't you glad we did this test run?
What are grocers telling you at this point about their profit margins are already pretty thin, but how much of the higher food prices are they actually able to absorb, especially with, you're offering holidays or things like that?
It can't really absorb much. The average grocer works on about 1.5% net profit. Now that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you've got a couple thousand stores, it adds up. But what we're seeing with the bundle, for the most part, is they're using a lot of their own store brands. So they might have a Butterball turkey, but all the other products are their own brand, which is typically less expensive. So it's a great way for retailers to get us to try their store brands. If we like it, we're going to continue to buy those. And also, don't forget that we're shop for Thanksgiving.
With all-day battery life and powerful low degrees, to the extra freedom and extra safety. So this holiday season, you can be as extra as you want. Living in fun housing? It's really not what it is now. It's like a 4 hours a month. Botox prevents headaches from those for 25 years. The treatment is 4 times a year. So why wait? Talk to your doctor.
The sweater's fit is cool.
Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's and UTI. Skyrevy is the #1 prescribed biologic intensity. Skyrevy is also approved for ulcerative colitis. For the perfect window, the perfect place is your local aid. This Christmas, you can online in the global center or have a written certificate for 2 weeks. On the block, the community service with physical the itch and dry of moderate to severe asthma stops my skin. Despite treatment, still not under control. But now, I have Rainbow. A once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of asthma fast. Sometimes significant facilities as early as 2 weeks, and some achieve dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many can clear or almost clear skin, while many have clear skin and after even at 4 years. From top matter allies, John Washington, Congress. In a post on social media last night, former Trump allies announced the liquidation, citing the president's recent attacks on the possibility to the election trial. Nigerian Minority district who had to endure a hurtful and hateful finance against me by the president that we all fought for. It's all so absurd. I refuse to be a battered wife, hoping it all goes away in a second.
This congressional reporter Riley Robertson. Riley, thanks for being here. We just heard Congresswoman Green say she wants to spare her district from losing tenure next year after Trump dropped his endorsement of her. What are you hearing from your sources about her?
Well, this landed surprising Capitol Hill, but maybe it shouldn't have. Congresswoman Green has increasingly spoken out against Republican leadership and Trump administration. He mentioned Epstein, but it's not the only issue she's been very vocal about. She talked about wanting to find some fix for affordable child tax subsidies. She was very frustrated about President Trump's decision to have a session during the government shutdown. She's been frustrated about the Trump administration's continued involvement in foreign wars. So this is not maybe totally surprising that people think of this.
You know, earlier, President Trump spoke to reporters. I mean, if I play that for you a year and change ago, you would be like, what is he talking about? And I guess the question is, do you think Green's resignation speaks to a larger crack that's emerging in the MAGA movement?
I think what it speaks to is honestly a broader trend that's been going on for the past 10 years of Trump critics who emerge in Congress, House Representatives, Republicans, who speak out against the administration, feeling toxic energy towards them, fearing that there's going to be a well-funded primary candidate, and looking for the exits. And what that led to is actually a Congress that's more supportive of the president because there's so much fear of speaking out and breaking with him. So I'm not sure that it speaks to a larger fracture within the party, but it really does speak to the larger trend. If you speak out, very, very
And you know, she said she's going to step down in January. We already know there's a very narrow Republican majority in the House. I mean, what does that do to those dynamics? And is there any concern about what her resignation could do to the Republican majority heading into the midterm year?
Right, this will present real challenges for Speaker Mike Johnson. Right now, he's operating with a razor-thin majority. For the most part, he's been able to keep his conference generally aligned, and that's how big we hope to have huge legislation. But the timing of Congressman Green's resignation in early January is tough because the next funding deadline for Congress will revert partially on which will happen at the end of the month. So every vote for Republicans is going to count then, and we've done monsters. So it will be interesting. It will definitely make it harder for Republicans to pass key legislation, at least until they replace them in the special election.
Yeah, especially as Democrats have hinted that the health subsidies fight that was at the core of this previous government shutdown might be resurrected as an issue heading into January. Riley Robertson, appreciate the report and thanks for being here. The already crowded race for California governor is heating up with yet another contender today, Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell. Now, earlier, Swalwell spoke to CNN about his time in Congress, revealing private conversations he's had with some of his Republican colleagues. We have had conversations privately with Republicans who have said privately they don't like what the administration is doing, they don't like the way Speaker Johnson is leading this. I'm going to stop here. You can make me a chair, and you'll put us in the door. You know, but I'll tell you, people are thinking about that. They think about it. But the number one reason they won't do it in healthcare is personal security. They said the second I do that, my life changes, the death threats come at me, and they'll set like your spouse and your saying don't do that. That's the environment.
Be blind, all night in it. Just pop me out, let's see.
This week, so by the way, I would just suggest anyone give us some jobs, but if you can't community everyone and understand what the stakes are right now, maybe this isn't a job for you, and maybe that's the case with Margaret or arrange you if you are, but the stakes are too high right now to just, think about your own security when others are suffering because of it.
We've got more interviews like that on The Story Is with Alex Michelson airing at 12 a.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Pacific right here on CNN. Up next, a CNN exclusive. A Border Patrol agent shot for 5 times. She was ramming her car into a law enforcement vehicle. Now the charges against her have been thrown out. I'll tell you what she told me about the case against her.
Ask your liver specialist if there's difference to make it different. Against Marla and Christine. The woman is caught up in president confrontation across the
an American citizen. If he was charged with assaulting federal officers last month, accused of ramming an agent's vehicle to steal some stock, a search Martinez in his shooting. Reminders of what could have been Marilyn Martinez October 1st. The Department of Homeland Security claims she ran the Border Patrol agent's vehicle in Colorado. However, before that agent got out, instructions multiple times. She said she was on her way to Fremont State, and so she saw that appeared to be federal agents, already becoming a familiar sight in Chicago neighborhoods.
I started keeping my horn after Mexican American Brazilian citizen. I felt it was my responsibility to let my neighborhood know that I was even here.
It turned out to be Border Patrol.
So I just got next to her and I was like, get out of here, and I was just like, honky.
That's when she said they sideswiped her. Contradiction Border Patrol's narrative.
I got a whistle in my face. I was in my service where I finished her. I was going to hit them. That's all I was having though. We started to know.
The agents got out of his vehicle and shot Martinez 5 times. They were still top of mind for you, right?
It's anything. Just to like talk about it, it's like, think about it, like, just me remembering what happened that day, it's like, come back out.
She was charged with forcibly assaulting and resisting or impeding a border agent and labeled a domestic terrorist by the Department of Homeland Security. And then, over a month later, when it became a critical court hearing, the agent who shot her, Charles Exum, testified the collision was more of a hit, not running. Then, these text messages came out, where he appeared to be bragging about shooting. Read it, 5 shots, 7 holes, put that in your book, boys. And you're sitting right there. For 15 years, as a federal prosecutor, I worked every day with FBI, DEA, DHS. I have never come across anything like that, and it's something that's embarrassing to me as a former federal prosecutor. Thursday night, there was suddenly a major shift. The case was dropped, and at the request of the prosecution, despite the case being dismissed, DHS stuck to their original accusations. On October 4th, Border Patrol law enforcement This is after you were cleared of these charges.
Where are they getting all this fake information from? Honestly.
Now again, your family never got a student out of Oslo, which is not safe. The other thing is that it's safe.
They're still putting out false statements. But as you see with other young people, they can testify that they were never wrong. Here's the guy, he was right.
So Martinez, she's just happy this chapter is over. But she can't avoid reminders. When you look at those scars on your body, what do you think about?
I'm a survivor.
And it's not just the physical scars she lives with.
I don't know what it means. Really,
Moving forward, Martinez, who's a monetary person, says she's just looking forward to getting back to her children, but knows that it's not just that time. On this case, with this perspective, the FBI director has shown video nothing to do with this case. Actually, with the wrong video, it's still outside and that's why we're trying to This case is also cited in the communication of the Supreme Court as part of why they believe the National Guard will need it in Chicago. And probably also credited the Trump-appointed U.S. Attorney, Andrew Boutrous, with what Francis said took incredible guts to not go forward with this case, despite likely being under do so. The Wrightsworth Research Office told me they're constantly evaluating the facts and information. These cases like this is a dynamic that clearly applied here. All right, coming up. President Trump delivering a deadline for his Ukraine peace plan. We'll tell you what he told Alex Evans about what will happen if Zelensky refuses to accept. Stay with us.
Thanksgiving in America. Live coverage starts today on CNN and also CNN.
I've seen your teeth and I can't wash your whole mouth.
With refreshes, not mouth brushes.
Listerine working with brushing to deliver 5 times more cleaning power. Plus it contains clinically proven essential oils for whole mouth health. Listerine. Wash your mouth.
But businesses wonder if some issues
People push your buttons, but you still have to deliver.
Anything can change the world of work. ADT Assisters AI, informed by work instead, and designed for the next 27.
If you have wet AMD or DME, you never want to lose sight of who you love. And/or condition doesn't have to steer the moment. Long-lasting EYLEA HD delivers powerful vision improvement. It can save your vision for the future. EYLEA HD is the only treatment for wet AMD and DME that helps at least 8 out of 10 people go up to 4 months between injections with free initial monthly treatment. Don't take EYLEA HD if you have an eye infection, eye pain, redness, or are allergic to it. Eye injections like EYLEA HD may cause eye infection, separation of the retina, flares with severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye, or increased eye pressure. There is an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke. There's still so much to see. Ask for next generation EYLEA HD, a treatment retina specialist.
When you live with diabetes, progress is putting your coffee like you like it, without it.
Attention everyone. This is your unfriendly neighborhood dinosaur. I declare this.
The Freestyle Libre 3-pack sensor protects the glucose in real time, so everyone else doesn't have to. And over time, it can help lower your A1C. Confident choices for more control of your life. This is progress. Learn more and try for free. FreestyleLibre.us.
Opioid addiction gets between you and what you love. Once monthly, Sublocade will move forward in your recovery. Sublocade with counseling and psychosocial support treats moderate to severe opioid addiction and don't start on small doses of Promophine or already on buprenorphine. Sublocade is just one dose that lasts all month long and no complete detox required. Buprenorphine should be started after the first signs of withdrawal. Sublocade may cause harm or death if injected in the back, as an opioid may cause serious life-threatening problems. Ask about naloxone for opioid overdose. Get emergency help right away if you're faint, dizzy, sleepy, confused, have problems breathing, seeing, or don't take opioid steroids, opioid steroids, alcohol, or other drugs, prescription drugs. This can cause severe dizziness, debilitating escaping problems, coma, and death. Get emergency help. Get Sublocade for opioid dependence. Go to the full list of risks and side effects. Talk to your doctor and EPA for more information.
And sometimes that I'm not listening to, so that I might get into depression. And it's a lot built up in my chest. I just want you to listen to it more often. And a lot of your situations are new. And lead me towards success. Listening is a form of
The economy is rapidly changing. Are you ready? Artificial intelligence, tax cuts, tariffs, interest rates. There's never been a more important time to review what is happening with your investments. For nearly 50 years, David Lerner Associates has helped tens of thousands of investors. Call today, 1-800-367-3000, or contact us online at davidlerner.com/50.
Even if you underscore is your IP test to be used at the best prices.
This time the states are
at underscore.com.
Okay, you can have that sword.
Exorcism, on the rise in the United States. Correctly. CNN's David Colbert went to Arizona, home to one of the fastest growing Catholic dioceses in the country, and discovered that across Christian faiths, exorcisms, or what's called deliverances, are more than what you see in the movies. Notably, they are often a last resort for people at their most vulnerable. Take a look.
I had reached desperation in my life. Countless times before, I had tried my house to take my life. I just was broken, and there was a spirit who had such a strong hold on me. The spirit was a demon. See, demons come into trauma. They come into the trauma in your life. I was beaten up as a child.
We'll have to fight all our lives because Satan is always going to come against us. We're infected by the demons.
Be sure to tune in for an all-new episode of The Whole Story with Anderson Cooper, The Exorcist. One whole hour, one whole story. It airs Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern on CNN and the next day on the CNN app. New hour, new game starts right now. All right, everyone, if you've been with me, welcome back. If you're just getting here, welcome in. I'm Adrian Metal, sitting in for Frederick Whitefield to start this hour. There's no comments from President Trump that he responds to the really stunning resignation announcement of one of his biggest former allies, Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, now says she will quit Congress in January amid an ongoing feud with the president.
You know that they realize
Greene surprising.
No, from the side.
Caps a turbulent 5 years in office, which saw her go from one of his top antagonists. And in a farewell video posted on X, the conservative firebrand lashed out at Trump.
Should be a two-way street, and we should be able to vote our conscience and represent our district's interests, because our job title is literally representative. Standing up for American women who were raped at 14 years old, trafficked and used by rich, powerful men, should not result in me being called a traitor and threatened by the President of the United States, whom I fought for.
So what more can you tell us about, really this surprising resignation?
Well, Omar, there's definitely came to a shock for many on Capitol Hill. Marjorie Taylor Greene was definitely known as being a firebrand on Capitol Hill, was very an ardent supporter and pushed to release all the Jeffrey Epstein files and in this prized position for DOJ to do very much that. So now in the beginning, especially of her tension, when Trump came into office, she was a very big supporter of Trump, and she was seen as a figure on Capitol Hill that was going to push his legislative agenda forward. But really in these past few months, we've seen very critical of the president, often citing that he's paying a little bit too much attention to foreign policy and not enough about paying attention to what's happening in the U.S. And she also became very critical of the Republican Party itself, saying that, especially during the government shutdown, that it needed to do more to address the healthcare crisis going on in this country. And so you have all these small things of her kind of separating herself between her and the Republican Party, including that distance, and then all of a sudden when Trump comes through for Congress later, and she was really saying in her statement putting out while she's resigning is that she really couldn't face the threats that were just coming against her family, and that being the key reason why now she's stepping down and she's going to resign in January, and that playing a very big part. But it does really beg this big question, and that is this going to happen to more Republican lawmakers to start kind of creating a distance between themselves in the Republican Party or become critical of the president themselves, are they also going to step down or start facing the same type of intended criticism that she came under when she started separating herself or becoming critical of the president? And so, Omar, that's something I think is going to really be paying attention to. But her departure from Capitol Hill is something that's definitely to be noteworthy, especially just among all kind of tumultuousness that's been happening on Capitol Hill in the recent months.
And with Republicans razor-thin majority in the House as it stands right now, with some major votes ahead. Camila DeCharles, appreciate the reporting. I want to get you to the breaking news that we're following. Top officials from the United States and Ukraine are headed to Geneva for critical talks on a U.S.-backed plan to end the war in Ukraine. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff will be part of the meeting tomorrow. Russian officials, though, are not expected to be there. President Trump is giving Ukraine until Thursday to accept his peace proposal. The plan would require Ukraine to surrender territory, restrict the size of its military, and it forces the country to give up its goal of joining NATO. CNN senior White House reporter Kevin Liptak joins us now. Kevin, you and I were listening to President Trump speak about this proposal a short time ago. What do you say to reporters? I know you were there.
And you know, I think this means that the president is now extraordinary. In Ukraine, Zelensky, as this diplomacy gets underway, in Switzerland, the president has set this short-term deadline for him to agree to the 28-point plan that would end the war in Ukraine. You know, Witkoff and Rubio are on their way now. They'll be joining the Army Secretary Dan Driscoll, who was just in Kyiv last week to talk about this proposal with Ukrainian officials. And what we understand from American officials is that eventually the Russians will be part of these discussions as well. This rapid pace diplomacy is now heating up. Now, when President Trump was speaking a couple of hours ago, he was asked whether this plan was his final offer, and he said no. This is more of it. So we'd like to get the things. It should have happened a long time ago. The Ukraine war with Russia should have never happened. If I were president, it never would have happened. They're trying to get it ended. One way or the other, we have to get it ended. So President Zelensky doesn't agree to this deal by Thursday. Will you cut off military aid? Will you cut off the intelligence? Then he can continue to fight his really hard out. So you hear the president there saying that if Zelensky doesn't agree to this Thanksgiving deadline, that essentially the war will keep going. He didn't specify what would happen to Americans. That's not very nice.
I think implicit in his answer there is that the president and that the United States would essentially shrug off any responsibility for this conflict. Now, this plan that the president has put forward is generating all kinds of concern among Europeans and even among Republicans here in Washington, because it does seem pretty heavily weighted to the Russian demands that have been in place since the give up the entire eastern Donbass region, that it not join NATO, that it limit the size of its military. Today, European leaders put out a statement starting point, but that additional work was needed, and they say specifically that they're concerned about the limitations of Ukraine's armed forces. One of the president's top allies in Congress, Lindsey Graham, the Republican from South Carolina, said that some aspects of the proposal were problematic, and I think Mitch McConnell, the former Republican leader in the Senate, was perhaps the most blunt, who said that Putin has spent the entire year trying to play President Trump for a fool. And so I think these intensive days of diplomacy ahead will be very, it will illuminate what the president's stance is here, but clearly he's very eager to get this war to an end and very eager for Zelensky to sign on to this proposal. Yeah, a lot needs to happen for some substantial pieces to move forward, but I know you'll be on top of it, Kevin. Appreciate the reporting as always. Joining me now to talk more about all these developments is Skyler Whitehouse. He's a White House correspondent with Bloomberg News. Skyler, good to see you. I want to start with this Ukraine peace proposal because Republican Senators Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, both criticizing Trump's peace plan, suggesting it's appeasing Putin. But what is the role of GOP pushback here? Could it impact any possible peace deal?
important to note with this Russia-Ukraine war. Look, it's been almost a year since President Trump was into office, and he campaigned on ending the war in 24 hours of taking office. And especially as Republicans are navigating the quickly approaching midterms, they're trying to figure out how best to approach the ending of this war. And then just one thing to note about what is going on with Russia and Ukraine right now as it relates to Trump's peace plan. European leaders said that the plan needs, quote, additional work. So it will be very interesting to see how the Trump administration, how Republicans sort of navigate whatever it is they're trying to do as they try and essentially end this war.
I want to switch over to the unfettered resignation from Senator Green amid this fallout with President Trump. How could this impact Trump and the MAGA movement going forward?
Yeah, I mean, look, this is sort of shock news on the late Friday night. I think it's something that was definitely in the making, and what we are seeing right now in the Republican Party as President Trump and sort of his MAGA base has taken over the whole guard of the Republican Party is that for any Republican who falls out of line ends up having a shorter career in politics, especially in Washington. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, look, that was she was a very close ally of President Trump. She's very passionately expressed support for his policies, and so it's quite interesting to see the relationship sort of blow up. But Marjorie Taylor Greene, she was very vocal in criticizing the handling of the Epstein files, which she criticized Mike Johnson. So it's been very interesting to see her sort of separate herself from the Republican Party, from the MAGA base, and obviously what we're seeing is she is now stepping away. President Trump today did say, that disagreed with her philosophy, but called her a nice person. But it will be interesting to see how Marjorie Taylor Greene moves forward, and if she, as Republicans head into the midterm, if she is maybe going to be that person that maybe brings more Republicans to sort of separate themselves from the Trump MAGA.
A very interesting dynamic, especially when you've got redistricting battles going on. You have a razor thin majority for Republicans in the House. So it's a very good point to watch for once her resignation takes effect in January. Skylar Woodhouse, appreciate the time. Thanks for being here. All right, the U.S. Supreme Court is poised to hear a case that could change the course of the midterm election, which we were just hinting at there. Justice Samuel Alito last night issued a temporary block to a lower court ruling that would keep Texas from using its newly redrawn congressional maps. Now remember, they were reconfigured at the request of President Trump specifically to help Republicans keep control of Congress next year. A lower court said the new maps are unconstitutionally based on race. With Texas primaries set to begin in just a few months, state officials are arguing that it's too close to the election for federal courts to get involved. Our Julia Benbrook joins me with more. So Julia, what can we expect to see next with this case?
Yeah, Omar, late last night, Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito paused a lower court order that blocked the new congressional map for Texas. And that pause came just days after the federal court ruled that the new map is likely an unconstitutional racial gerrymander. Now, as far as what's next, so overall impact, it's not a huge impact in Washington. That map was drawn to help Republicans.
Populism, and I think in Mamdani's case it's a sincere one, and it is a progressive populist economic vision. I supported Mamdani. I think it's exactly right. I think Trump's is a much more cynical form of populism and not one he follows through on in terms of policies to help working people. So I think both of them have to understand the limits of the relationship.
They need to know that we have their back truly as they uphold their oaths to the Constitution and as they abide by the Uniform Code of Military Justice and our laws.
Congressman, have you heard from either constituents, be they in the National Guard membership or anybody who is possibly serving in our military stateside or overseas, have you heard from anyone or of anyone who says, this is really uncomfortable for us. We're not happy being told to do something that we believe may be illegal?
Alex, we've got a president who is testing the boundaries of the law each and every day. It puts every person in this country, every American, in a very difficult situation. You know, I think my job as a lawmaker is to be clear, and my sacred obligation, and it's an oath that lasts a lifetime, to our Constitution.
So big up all who gotta get big up. And happy Saturday, everybody. We home black get for the morning. That we there. We there doing what we gotta do, you know. So give me a little cake, give me a little car wash, and so all my subscribers, big up yourself. Today Saturday, give God thanks for life. God, without life, nothing is possible. And the code is love. Yeah, big up every part of the world you have. Let's do from. This is Best Blog. Because Best Blog on YouTube. All over again. Yeah, people belated on, yeah, I might get a blog this afternoon. So for now, God is love, God is good, God is great. Pick up Auntie Jai, Auntie Nama, brother Yusuf. Yeah. Pick up my Bay Jones. Boom, we outside.